The insecure nice guys make one crucial, fatal mistake, and that is their avoidance of the discomfort of rejection, the awkwardness of asking a girl out. And I know because I've been there. And underneath this mistake, there's a deeper lesson that they're actually blocking from learning. And they're not allowing themselves to learn that lesson because the avoidance prevents them from getting to that point. And that lesson is that friction builds agency. Building that proof with yourself, repeated reps and repeated exposure to whatever discomfort it is, gives you the proof that you can actually control the things you want in your life, that you have control over. And it's exactly the same as the gym, right? If you're avoiding the discomfort of pushing to failure and you train to mild discomfort, as a lot of people will say, or training to, a mild brief sweat, you're not going to grow muscle. It's the exact same with rejection and dating and relationships. If you're the nice guy who's so scared of rejection that you can barely even do it, or when you do it, it's extremely awkward for you, and then you do it once and then 3 months later before you even do it again, that's because you are letting the discomfort control you because you're avoiding feeling that way. It's totally fine to be nervous. It's totally fine to be awkward and uncomfortable when you're asking someone out. The thing is, when you try to avoid that, it actually blocks the lesson. And what you need to build with yourself is repeated exposure. And yes, it is uncomfortable as shit. But when you build that evidence up with yourself, it builds courage and it builds confidence and it trains your nervous system and your brain to go, hey, this is okay. I can survive this. And that discomfort starts to lose its power. The same way with the gym, you don't actually enjoy the discomfort of pushing to failure. You learn to get comfortable with the discomfort of pushing to failure. And it's exactly the same with rejection and dating. You never get to the point where it isn't awkward to ask someone out. You never get to the point where it's rejection doesn't hurt and rejection doesn't sting. You just get comfortable with that fact and you welcome that discomfort and you welcome that sting, and it loses its weight. It loses its power. It still hurts when someone rejects you, but when you've built up that evidence with yourself and you have the courage of knowing you're enough and you have the evidence of knowing you're going to be okay after you ask someone out, it hurts less and you're able to move forward in a much more productive way. And that is what builds agency: friction.